Hi Infotech students. Today we're going to be working on Access Lesson 5. So, go to your folder, find your book. Here's mine. Make sure you go to Open With and choose Adobe Acrobat Reader. Alright, we're going to be working on creating forms today. So, creating forms and sorting and filtering data within a form. Alright, so a form is a database object that you can use to enter, edit, or display data from a table or query. You can use forms to control access to data by limiting which fields or rows of data are displayed to users. You can create simple forms by using the form tool. And the first step-by-step is on page 78. It says to open up graphic art. So I'm going to go to my folder, find my Infotech folder, Access, Data Files, Lesson 5. And we're going to open up graphic art. I'm going to go ahead and close out of that window. And let's save this, save as. Right away, we're going to go ahead and save it inside of our Infotech Access Lesson 5 folder. And we're going to name it graphic-art, art-final. Okay. Make sure you're in your Lesson 5 folder. That way it's easy to find. Save as. Alright. So in the navigation pane, it says click the photo exhibit table. This is the table that you will use to create your form. On the Create tab in the Forms group, we're going to click the Form button. Access creates the form and displays it in the layout view. Your form might be slightly different than the one you see. Okay, so ours, we just have to make our window a little bit bigger to be able to see the whole thing. And you know what, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll make this a little bit smaller. There we go. Okay, so it says to click the File tab, and then we're going to click Save. The Save As dialog box appears, and it says you can use the record navigation buttons at the bottom of the form to navigate among the form's records, just as you use to navigate them among a table. For this, take note. And we're going to click OK to accept the photo exhibit form name. So we want it to be named photo exhibit. We're going to click OK. Then says to click the close button to close out of it. And in the navigation pane, we're going to click on the photo info form. This is a form that you no longer need. So in the records group, we're going to click the delete button arrow. Alright, so in the record group, so it tells us, I don't want to delete the record. Hold on a second. Okay, we're going to close out of these tabs that we have open in our screen right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to come over to the navigation pane, and we're actually going to right click it, or just click on this to highlight it. And then we can click the delete button over here, or you can right click and hit delete as well. But we're going to click the down arrow. We just want to have this one highlighted, and I'm going to hit delete. And it says click yes on the dialog box asking if you want to permanently delete photo info form. So make sure you're deleting the correct form. Should say photo info. We're going to click yes. Says in step 7 here, don't double click the form. If you do, the form opens and you can't delete the form when it is opened. Next, we're going to use the form design button to make a form. So design view gives you more detailed view of the structure of your form than layout view. So we're going to be using design view, I'm guessing, too. So we're still using Graphic Art Final, and I'm going to click on the Create tab one more time. And we're going to click on Form Design. A new blank form is created in Design View. Says that on the Form Design Tools Contextual tab, in the Tools group, which is over here, we're going to click Add Existing Fields. Alright, the Fields list pane appears, and we're going to click on Show All Tables. And we're going to click the Expand button to the left of the table name. So this is the Expand button right here. Okay, the available fields display from the photo exhibit table. In the list of fields, we're going to double click on Artist to add it to the form. We're also going to double click on Image Title and Price to add it to your form. Your form should currently look similar to figure 5-5, and ours does. Okay, it says we're going to click the File button and then click Save. Okay, we should get a Save As dialog box that appears, and we're going to name this Photo Label. And we're going to click OK to save it. So now our form is now called Photo Label. On the Design menu in the Views group, we're going to change it to Form View. Okay. To display the form in Form View. There we have it. It should look like this right now. We're going to go ahead and click the Close button on the photo label to close the form. So I'm going to close out right here. Leave this database open, however, to use in the next exercise. Next, we're going to be using the blank form tool to create a new form. So once again, click on the Create tab, and in the Forms group, we're going to click on Blank Form. Okay. A new blank form is created in Layout View. We're going to click on the Show All Tables link in the Fields pane. If necessary, ours is already open, so we don't need to do that. And then make sure you have this Expand button open to see all of your options. And we're going to then double click on Image Title to add it to our form. We're also going to double click on Dimensions, and we're going to double click on Media to add it to your form. Your form should look similar to figure 5-7, which is right here, and ours certainly does, so that's good to know. It says to click File, and we're going to click Save. The Save As dialog box opens, and we're going to name this Image Info. Click OK. It then says to click the Close button to close the form list. So we're going to close out of this. All right. Okay. Next, it says here, take note, to add more than one field at a time, After adding at least one other field, press the Control and click several fields, and then drag them onto the form all at once. Okay, next we're going to be using Form Wizard. So it says use the Graphic Art Final database, and we're going to click on the Create tab. This time we're using Form Wizard to create a new form, so we're going to click on Form Wizard. The Form Wizard appears, and it should look something like this picture right here. Okay, these little arrows represent different meanings. The double arrow is going to add all of our available fields, and the single arrow is going to add whichever field you're clicked on. It'll add it to the selected fields box. We're actually going to click on the double arrow to add them all. And we're going to click the next button to move to the next page in the Form Wizard. It says to click the data sheet as the layout for the form. Form layouts help determine the positioning of controls, objects, and data on the form. It says to click the next button to move to the final page of the Form Wizard. Okay, and we're going to type photo details as the form title. And we're going to click the Finish button. Okay, go ahead and close out of the field list over here on the side. A data sheet form appears. Okay, and it should look like this. Okay, we're going to go ahead and click the Close button on the form details to close it. So you can right click and click Close. Next, we're going to be applying a theme to our forms. So Themes command applies a predefined color and font scheme to a form or report. Alright, so we're going to double click on Image Info Form to open it from the navigation pane. On the Home tab in the Views group, we're going to click the lower half of the button to choose the View options, and we're going to change it to Layout View. Okay, on the Form Layout Tools, Contextual tab, Design, we are going to, in the Themes group, click the Themes button. Okay, a gallery appears, and it tells us to click the Integral theme. So to find Integral, the best way to go about it is to kind of hover your mouse over the top of these until you find Integral. There it is. Okay, to apply it to the form. Notice how the form's text has changed. So the style of our text has changed because we changed the theme. Okay, it tells us to click the Close button on the image info to close the form. So right click, click Close. Pause, leave the database open to use in the next exercise. Next, we're going to be applying a filter to a form. Sorting and filtering. So a filter limits a view of data to specific records without requiring you to alter the design of the form. Still using the same file, Graphic Art Final, we're going to double click on Photo Label to open it. And it tells us to right click on the price field. So I'm going to right click on price field right here to display shortcut menu. And we're going to sort it from smallest to largest. The form is sorted by price from smallest to largest. The record with the smallest price will be displayed first. We're going to click the next record button on the record navigator. Remember, the record navigator is down here at the bottom. This right here should be the next record button. If I can hold my mouse steady. Normally we would see a screen tip, but I don't know why it's not showing up. Yep, next record. Okay. on the record, continue clicking through all records to see the records in order according to price. So there's 8 records, so click through here. Notice that they should gradually get larger. Okay. Okay, on the Home tab in the Sort and Filter group, we're going to click on the Remove Sort button. Okay, the records have resorted back to the original order. It says to click the Close button on the photo label to close the form. Okay, leave the database open, however, to use the next exercise. Right here it says take note. It says you cannot sort on a field that contains attachments. Also, when sorting on a field with the yes/no data type, a value of yes is considered selected, and when sorted in ascending order appears at the top of the list, a value of no is considered cleared, and when sorted in ascending order, the cleared option or no appears at the bottom of the list. Okay, next we're going to be using some common filters. Common filters are built into every view that displays data. The filters available depend on the type and value of the field. Alright, so we're going to be using the same file, and we're going to double click on Photo Exhibit to open it up. It says to right click on the media field to display a shortcut menu. So right click with your mouse, alright, on media, and we're then going to click on text filters, and then we're going to choose the one that says contains. Click contains to display the custom filter dialog box. So in the media contains box, we're going to type the word print, and we're going to click OK. It then says to click the next record button to navigate the bottom of the form. Continue clicking to see the 5 records that contain the word print in media. So inkjet print, gelatin silver print, digital pigment print, and gelatin silver print. Okay. Alright. Now we're going to right click on price, and we're going to display a shortcut menu, and then we're going to click on number filters, and we're going to choose the less than box. So price is less than or equal to should pop up, and we're going to type in 500. We're going to click OK. And now we should only see records that have print and are less than $500. So click the next arrow to see them. Alright. On the Home tab in the Sort and Filter group, we're going to click the Advanced Filter button, and we're going to choose Clear All Filters. Okay, so Advanced, Clear All Filters. Next, we're going to be using Filter by Form. So Filter by Form is useful when you want to filter several fields in a form, or if you are trying to find a specific record. Still using the same data file. On the Home tab in the Sort and Filter group, we're going to click on the Advanced Filter options. We're going to choose Filter by Form. It says place the insertion point in the dimensions box, and then click the down arrow on the right. Okay, to display a list of options. We're going to choose the one that is 30 by 40. Then we're going to click the OR tab at the bottom of the form, and we're going to place the insertion point in the dimensions box and click the down arrow, and we're going to choose 12 by 28. On the Home tab in the Sort and Filter group, we're going to choose the Toggle Filter button to apply the filter. The records containing either the dimensions 30 by 40 or 12 by 28 are displayed. It says click the next record to view them. So there's two. Okay. It says on the Home tab in the Sort and Filters group, we're going to click Toggle Filter button again to remove the filter. Click the Advanced button, and then we're going to click Clear All Filters. Alright, now we're going to choose the File tab, and we're going to click Close. It says stop, close the database, and exit access. We are done with lesson 5. It says take note here, if you want a field value to operate as a filter that is independent of the other values, you must enter that value on the Look For tab and each OR tab. In other words, the Look For tab and each OR tab represents an alternative or alternate set of filter values. So go ahead and work on the knowledge assessment and the 2 projects for lesson 5.